Hey everybody, it's Sensei Sid with Fields Karate. I've got another Karate at Home video assignment for you today. But before we jump into our focus, I want you to start your session just like you always do with your warm-ups, and then I want you to move into your kata. And just like the last time, every kata you know, 3 times each, or a minimum of 10 katas total. Of course, if you want to do your kata more than that, you are certainly welcome to, and it's actually a very good idea to. And it's a good idea, especially with kata, to spread those out over a couple of days. So feel free to do that. Just remember, for every session that you do, you need to do your warm-ups at the beginning. That helps you prevent injury and helps you build some strength. Now, once you've done your kata, you've done all your warm-ups, done your kata, move into your focus. And today we focus on our hand strikes. And we're going to use the technique that we learned from Sensei Jesse on Monday, and we're going to use our partner who's not really a partner. So I want you to take a couple minutes, go ahead and get your partner set up. Get your belt out, find your post, and get that ready to go. Now, the drill that you're going to do today is very much like what Sensei Jesse instructed us on last week, or on Monday, but you're going to make it your own now. Much like what he spoke about at the end, only with this one, you're going to make up your own and you're not going to worry about any kicks. We'll save that for another day. But what I want you to do is develop a combination, a combo, a 3-set combo. And then you're going to practice that a couple of times. So, as a for instance, each combo is going to have 3 different grabs that are going to look very much like blocks. They're going to be 3 different grabs and 3 different counterattacks. So it's going to be grab and strike, grab and strike, grab and strike. So as a for instance, I'm going to start by holding my opponent's arm with my right hand, and I'm going to step in and I'm going to grab, and it looks like I end up in a mid block. Now it's not actually a block, it's a grab, but that's the position we're in. So that's one grab, and I'm going to throw a reverse punch as I draw his arm in. So that's the first part of my combination. So one grab, one reverse punch. Now I'm going to shift, come up, and grab, much like a head block, and I'm going to do a different strike. Palm heel to the rib cage as I pull down. Now from here I'm going to come chamber back. So that is grab number 2, strike number 2. Now I'm going to do grab number 3. And this time I grab, and it's more like a forearm block. I'm not turning it over like a mid block, but holding it like a forearm block. And I'm going to step in and do a Shido strike as I pull in. So grab number 3, strike number 3. And that's going to be one combination of grabs and strikes. Each grab needs to be a little different, and each strike needs to be a different strike. So I don't want you to do 3 punches in a row, but mix it up. Use your Shuto strikes. Use your punches, use your hammer fist, use your ridge hands. Any hand technique that you know or that you've seen, practice it and try it. So again, as a for instance, for an example, I'm going to step in, grab, end up in what looks like a mid block, grab number 1, reverse punch, strike number 1. And then I do another grab coming up like a head block, grab number 2, palm heel strike to the ribs, strike number 2. Now I grab again, like a forearm block, grab number 3, I step in, Shuto strike, inside Shuto, strike number 3. So that 6-move set constitutes one combination, or one, really we call it a flow drill. So it's one flow drill. And I want you to make this up, play around with it a little bit, but make up one flow drill, and then I want you to practice that same flow drill 10 times. Back to back, you don't want this to be fast. Slowly, methodically work through it. 10 times, once you have it down and you've decided what you're going to do. And then I want you to do another flow drill, a second one. Try not to use the same moves as the first. Some of them will be similar, and that's okay. A couple of moves will be the same, and that's fine. But you want to come up with a different flow drill. And I want you to practice that flow drill 10 times. And then once you've practiced that one 10 times, I want you to come up with a third flow drill. So this is going to take a little creativity on your part, but I want you to practice that, come up with that third flow drill, and I want you to practice that 10 times. Now, if you get a chance to put those flow drills on video, I'd love to see what you're doing. Please send them to me. I would love to get some of your ideas so that I can practice a little bit of what you're doing. Remember that just because I'm the instructor doesn't mean I have all the answers, but you guys can teach me a little bit too. Now, once you've practiced your kata and gone through your flow drills, and you've gotten pretty comfortable with those flow drills, we want to do a little bit of conditioning. And for our conditioning, I want you to grab a stick. Now, you've used a stick before in some of our conditioning and some of our practice, and this is how you're going to use it today. We're going to focus on hardening our legs, specifically our shins. So the way you're going to do that is simply take your stick, you're going to turn your toes out away from you. And you're going to take this stick and you're going to tap the inside of the front of your thigh, where the bone is. You want to tap a bone. And you're not swinging it hard trying to break your leg. That's a bad plan. But just tap it until you feel it. It's going to bruise a little bit. And I want you to try and do this for 90 seconds. Okay? Work your way up and down your shin. Okay? Make sure you don't go to the outside of your shin where there's a bunch of muscle out there. We can do that another time, but today I want you to work the inside of your shin. And I want you to tap it, and I want you to go for 90 seconds, and then I want you to turn your other foot out and do your other side. And again, make sure you're hitting the bone. Okay? What this is going to do is actually, it's going to bruise your bone a little bit, and then when your bone heals, it heals back a little stronger than what it was before. So you'll be sore for a day or two if you do this correctly. But I want you to tap it for 90 seconds, a minute and a half on both legs. And that's going to be your supplemental conditioning for today. Now, when you go to your focus, if you need to go back and watch Sensei Jesse's video again, feel free to do that. It's a good idea. It's a good training video. I've watched it a couple of times. So feel free to go back and do that. But have a little bit of fun with this. This is where your creativity, this is where you get to express yourself in your karate and where that creativity comes out a little bit. So feel free to play with it and work with it and make it your own. So take this, train hard, keep your chin up. We look forward to getting you guys back in the dojo soon. I miss you terribly, but keep training hard. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.